nourish your Sigma grind set. At the Pre-Engineer Society, we are on a mission to empower aspiring engineers and other related professions. We emphasize bringing valuable information to you from health and medicine to space and physics, because when you create value, you make a change, an impactful change that has 100% value. Pre-Engineer Society, nourish your Sigma grind set. Without further ado, let us present the Pre-Engineers podcast. Welcome to the podcast where we bring you the hot new science topics in engineering, space, and medicine.
Welcome to our science podcast. The theme this week is conspiracy theories, and we are joined by Tomas Santos.
One question.
What?
One question. What does conspiracy theories have to do with science, though?
It has everything to do with science, right?
That's right.
Because, the thing is, science was considered, all these different... Chemistry was considered before a conspiracy theory, right? Or, all this stuff was the atom, right? Everyone believed that, everything was made out of, the four, Aristotle, right?
Okay, cool. I just wanted to know why this is considered to be a science podcast. We can continue with the introduction.
Okay, well, let's say this isn't the science podcast.
I'm Thomas.
Let's just say the Pre-Engineers podcast, okay? So, good enough. So, we're joined by, like I said before, Tomas, Aljaz,
Yeah, hi. Hello. I'm Thomas.
and William, myself.
Yeah.
Okay, so we need, because it's a tradition, right? We all need to say a Sigma fact. So, what is your Sigma fact, Jan?
My Sigma fact is that I sleep less than 8 hours a day.
Okay, very bomb. Okay, so Aljaz, what is your Sigma fact, or is your Sigma fact that you don't have a Sigma fact?
My Sigma fact is that I sleep 8 hours a day.
Whoa.
Okay, and Thomas, what is your Sigma fact?
My Sigma fact is that today I was playing with Legos and now my hands bleed.
Okay. Well, my Sigma fact is that I'm the type of guy to lick my finger before I turn a page. You guys know the type of guy,
That's right. Drink
Yeah.
type of guy.
So, let's begin with the actual podcast. So, I just want to have an idea of what everyone knows about conspiracy theories. So, let me ask Thomas. So, could you give us a brief rundown of what a conspiracy theory is?
Well, a conspiracy theory is
Connection.
basically just
Wait,
people
could
who
you repeat?
who theorize things with
So it's a theorized thing, right?
Yeah,
That's what we
okay.
said?
It's a theory that basically something bad or evil exists.
Well, it's something without.
I don't know how to
proof, right?
define a conspiracy theory. I think everyone knows what a conspiracy theory is.
Okay, yeah. Well, a conspiracy theory, actually, by definition, is anything that talks about a group of people that have agreed to do illegal or evil things, and with the intent to hide it from the public. That's actually the definition of it. And okay. And now let's move on to what could you guys give me some examples of conspiracy theories? What are some famous conspiracy theories you know about?
Yes,
9/11 was an inside job.
Oh my.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah, 9/11.
I've heard about the New World Order and
Yeah.
secret societies like the Bohemian.
The Freemasonry.
Yeah, the Freemasons and the Bohemian Grove, I think it's called.
Yeah, elaborate.
Oh, a New World Order. I mean, it's a secret society. What does that mean? That means that a select few people have access to these societies, and they are usually groups of extremely powerful and influential individuals. So, like the Bohemian Grove, it's got members. Lots of U.S. presidents have been part of the Bohemian Grove, even the ones that were yet to be elected. But this association of very influential people, people sometimes say that they help each other in maybe not so legal ways.
Yeah. I think, and this could actually bring us to the next point about the history of conspiracy theories. So conspiracy theories, they used to be limited to very fringe and just like to websites like 4chan, if you guys know that, and just like just fringe websites.
I am very familiar with 4chan.
And now conspiracy theories are now much more common now, and they've attracted mainstream media attention, and particularly on the internet. And who
could forget that the moon landings were fake?
Oh yeah.
Very
Okay, so
I mean, conspiracy theories are kind of popular, but they've always been fairly well known.
Yeah,
Because if you think about it, when I forgot when it was proven that the Earth was round, but when there was like as soon as it was proven it was round, there was a group of people claiming that it was flat, and that was since like the 18th century.
So the thing is that there's always going to be deniers, right?
yeah, even when there's flat evidence, right?
Exactly.
You guys saw what I did there.
Flat evidence.
Flat. Yeah. Okay. No. All right. So, what do you guys believe in? Any conspiracy theories, or do you just think they're all bogus?
The Earth is round.
The Earth is round. Okay.
Yeah. What an evil conspiracy theory.
Okay.
Aljaz.
Well, do you guys think that 9/11 was an inside job?
No, it happened outside, dude. It's an outside job.
Yeah, it's an outside job. This very good point. Actually, yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Although they didn't crash into a building, so it could be inside.
Oh, and did you guys hear how they they actually proved through this this really high tech stuff? They proved that the moon landing couldn't have been faked because it was just extremely complex to replicate any of the things any of the pictures they took at the time.
So it would be cheaper, most probably, to just
go to the moon. And so, it was actually, I think it was something to do with NVIDIA, and
NVIDIA.
yeah, I think, or something like that. But do you know anything about it, Aljaz? Like,
No, but it makes sense that the moon landing was real, because if it wasn't, then Russia would be the most powerful nation on Earth right now. Or rather, the communist.
But the thing is, Aljaz, the moon landing could have easily been faked because the United States knew they couldn't reach the moon, so they faked it to gain the power. But then again, that's a stupid idea. That's a stupid idea.
Why it's a stupid idea, Aljaz? Right, Thomas?
What? Oh, stupid idea.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like William said, it would have been way more expensive to recreate it at the time.
Yeah.
yeah. So
also, the Soviet Union knew that they landed before, like, neither the Americans landed on the moon before the whole world did, because they literally had engineers in NASA working as Russian spies, so they knew that it was real. And if it wasn't, if they were faking it, they would know that, and actually, then the Soviet would be the first ones to.
So what you're saying
the
is
Soviet Union would be the first one to land on the moon.
So what you're saying is that
they would
America
prove
it couldn't have faked it in front of Russia, for sure. Like, they couldn't have faked it just to get ahead and to get an advantage.
Unless they're playing 5D chess, in which case, America is ruling the world. New conspiracy theory.
and also another point.
The Illuminati is real, is what you're trying to say, Aljaz.
Exactly.
And actually, the reason why another point that proves that the moon landing couldn't have been faked is because then all the NASA employees, they'd have to be like, yeah, it's fake. They'd have to go with it. Like, they have to be like, all the NASA employees had to be unanimously
completely
agree
on board with it,
that they wouldn't reveal the truth. They had to all agree. But
You signed a non-disclosure agreement. So good.
and come on, there's no way you can just hide the
Truth in front of so many people.
Yeah, it's just it's way too complex. I don't know. It's just.
I mean, yeah. If you think about it scientifically.
Yes, but William, what if only 3 people knew about the moon landing?
No, guys, but seriously, if you think about it, then moon landing isn't even such a hard thing to do. And if you see, I mean, of course, there's lots of calculations that go into it. But for example, the computer to get the moon to this rocket to the moon isn't even that complex. It's just calculating trajectories, right?
No. All like the engine.
I guess you need to have lots of engineering, but at this point in time, it should definitely be possible.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we haven't. I mean, it's still extremely hard to even send anything to the moon. If you because it requires so much fuel and just it's quite complex. Okay. Anyway, we're going off topic here. Now, okay. Let's talk about the Illuminati because you guys brought that up a bit. So, yeah. What about the Illuminati?
Guys, actually, of the Illuminati.
The Illuminati is the idea that there's a governing power above the United Nations and above all the other governments in the world that control all the governments.
Society.
Yeah. Actually, what I read was it was actually the other name for it is the Enlightened Ones, and it was a German secret society, and
yes,
and we already
it was actually ironically it was there to oppose what's it called, superstition and obscurantism, as they say. So they wanted everything to be more transparent. But now people use it as a symbol of secrecy and deceit.
They do.
Well, yeah. I mean, if anyone talks about the Illuminati, it's a conspiracy theory.
And I think
it's not like, dude, that window's as clear as the Illuminati.
The Illuminati was real, so I mean, there's still the full possibility that it still exists. But.
Yeah, but its original purpose was to actually fight against misinformation.
Yeah.
And yeah.
I mean, the possibility of that the Illuminati exists, it's a reasonable possibility. There might still be people who are like who are part of at least maybe a new form of Illuminati, but there's no way that these same people are a governing power above the United Nations. I mean, it's just a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
I mean,
but it could be very true. I wouldn't be surprised if there was such a thing.
It could be, but same thing with the whole moon landing thing.
Yeah.
Are you sure that there isn't anybody who would have just spoken about it?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
any government official who was I can imagine Barack Obama being oh yeah, by the way, my higher ups at the Illuminati, yeah, they told you not to vote for Trump.
He messed up.
Yeah, I think all these conspiracy theories, it's I guess they're fun to talk about, but I think in the
grand scheme,
in the grand scheme of things, it's just they're quite unrealistic. All of it, just a huge entity being behind every. Oh, it's a bit like religion. I have to say, yeah. If I'm, but I don't want to criticize anyone that has believes in religion, but yeah, it's.
Religion exposed.
Yeah, I have to say religion really. Yeah, but no, religion really gives off the vibe of conspiracy theories, At least the traditional forms, it's oh no, if you don't believe in God, you're going to hell, Yeah. Okay.
But
to be fair, when religion was when the first religions were created, it was sort of a conspiracy theory by itself. Because they need an explanation of when things happen.
It's pretty much cults become religions, right?
Yeah.
Every religion starts sort of as a cult, doesn't it?
Yeah, it do be like that.
Yeah. Okay, so Yeah, well, do you guys know about the COVID-19? Oh, actually, there's a really, did you guys hear about the COVID-19 conspiracies in, South America? And where the people literally, the doctors, have convinced the people that injecting bleach will cure them from COVID-19. And so, it's like...
But if you're dead, you can't get infected.
I know, but I'm like, look, you can't die from COVID-19 if you die from stupidity before, right? It's like big brain move, right? Like, yeah. So,
well, it's almost as ridiculous as former U.S. President Donald Trump's suggesting the injection of hand sanitizer into people's blood to cure the coronavirus.
oh yes, very smart. Yeah, okay.
I believe that just called drinking vodka, but okay.
Oh, and what do you guys think is the point of all these conspiracy theories? Because I'm pretty sure, like, the people that make the conspiracy theories, some of them, they don't actually properly... I'm pretty sure they don't actually...
Like similarly to religion, some conspiracy theories are a certain way of coping or a certain like way of like getting like ground feel of reality. In a certain sense, it's like explaining reality to such a degree where you don't have to explain it.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Like for, I don't know exactly where I read this, so it might not be true, but for what I read for the Earth is flat conspiracy, is that the reason why it sort of started in the first place is because people couldn't get around the fact that the Earth was round. Because if you think about it, everything that we have in our lives, in order to hold something, it has to be relatively flat, like a table or a chair.
Yeah.
So how can a ball look so flat as the ground outside?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but it's just like there's so much proof that disproves the Earth is flat theory. It's a joke. It's just you just like if you say I believe in I think the Earth is flat. You're just saying yeah I'm a complete idiot. I refute all scientific proof. I'm an absolute nutter, you know. Just okay. So actually, well, I want to go back.
William going hard on the conspiracy theory.
Yeah. So the point of conspiracy theories is pretty much just to generate traffic towards the website where the conspiracy theory is being posted, and then we'll just get paid through ads.
Oh yeah. I forgot to mention about that. Yeah, there's the people who use conspiracy theories as a way of coping, and there's the other people who use conspiracy theories for clout.
Let's go.
Yeah. So okay. Well, what else did you guys want to talk about? Because I think.
I mean, I thought it'd be fun to like discuss some of the conspiracy theories. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
do any of you believe in UFOs?
No.
Well, I think it's certainly. I don't know. I don't really believe in UFOs, but I think it's certainly a cool thing to. Maybe even I talk about that.
I don't believe in UFOs, but I certainly believe in aliens.
Well, actually,
like, what are the chances we're the only living things in the universe?
I believe in UFOs.
Aljaz, wait,
Actually,
maybe we should ask differently. Aljaz, do you believe there's ever been an alien-human encounter? Because we haven't.
Probably not.
What?
Not that I know of.
Okay, but that's sort of a way to re-ask of the UFO thing. So do you feel like there could have been, or?
Well, for sure, like, I don't know how were we made in the first place, you know, we never got the answer to that. It could be that we're like from an alien civilization itself. There's like a bunch of theories explaining how we became cells in the first place.
Yeah.
Let's say within
the whole thing of like aliens is that you can prove the existence of aliens it's basically you can't prove that they exist, but you also can't prove that they don't exist.
It's like Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah, no, but it's like
yeah.
I'm almost 100% sure there's like because like the galaxy and just the whole universe in general is so large. The chances of there not being life, right? Like I don't know. Like I don't know the scientific proof behind it, but
that's if we are actually alive. But let's not delve into philosophy and
the Truman Show.
and epistemology.
The Truman Show. Oh, an epistemological analysis of the Truman Show. Okay, yeah, alright. Well, I think we've...
But, wait, for example, about the UFOs, those videos that claim to be like UFO sightings, what do you think they actually are, though?
The
most
easy fake things ever.
Yeah,
okay.
Okay, most of the time when it's actually real life sightings, it's weather balloons, I think.
Oh yeah, shit, I forgot those were a thing.
Yeah, but actually UFOs just stands for unidentified flying object, so it doesn't actually mean aliens, you know? That's actually a confusion.
Yeah.
It's UFOs have been associated with aliens, but they don't actually mean aliens, you know? It's just, you know...
Yeah.
But have you guys seen the Malaysia flight, and it was shot down by the Ukrainian government?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the Malaysian flight was considered a UFO.
Oh my
And
God.
there were no aliens. When they shot it down, they realized, oh no, it's actually 300 people. 300 Malaysian people are on board. They're not aliens.
I
They're
should
real
probably not be
civilians,
laughing
you know? And so, actually, yeah, I believe UFOs exist because I've seen it with my... I mean, UFOs is quite subjective, right? Like, you know, that term, right? It's like unidentified, but...
Yeah, you need to be able to identify it, right?
I mean, define identity, you know?
Alias, defining.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
the definition of definition. What is... Okay, yeah. So...
Have any of you watched the X-Files?
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I think...
Have you?
Sorry?
Have you actually, though?
Like a tiny, yeah.
Yeah. Cool, I watched a few episodes, yeah.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna end...
It feels like we're discussing that.
It does.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, great. Hey guys, let's check list.
But,
Wait, sorry guys, I just remembered. Oh yeah, guys, what do you think about the whole vaccination conspiracy theory stuff?
oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm medic.
Yeah, well, I find it, all of it is just like kind of... I mean, vaccines, they're like, oh no, you can't...
I do
you don't know
not
what vaccines
respect
are in,
people
right?
who do
You know,
not get vaccinated because they think it's a government conspiracy, and they think that Bill Gates is trying to put microchips in your blood so that he can monitor you.
Yeah, that's just no sense.
Yeah, it's not realistic, and you can already see what is in vaccines, right? Just look on the ingredients of vaccines, right? It's like it's
Oh yeah,
such
but
a way.
William,
Yeah,
technically you can, fake the thing.
exactly.
No, but the biggest thing that baffles me about those people is, what does Bill Gates or the government have to gain from putting microchips in your blood?
Yeah, like they don't care about you, man. Like the government doesn't care about you, you know? It's like,
Yeah.
or at least people like
what do they care?
Yeah.
Do they, so that they know, I don't know, your internet search history. They already
Yes.
know that. Why?
Guys, you know,
Yeah,
They know you're
yeah.
you're alone and watch porn like 24 hours a day. Like they already know that, you know. They're like, the FBI agent doesn't have time for you.
Yeah.
They want to know what your heart rate is when you're jerking off.
Yeah.
If you do that for 24 hours a day, I'm pretty sure a bit more than just the government is gonna know that.
guys, but seriously, I think that we see more and more today that more and more gets tracked about people. So like a tracking chip. I mean, I'm not saying I believe it. I'm just saying that I can see where people are coming from, because having something, I think at some point, most probably humans will be injected with some
Like
chip.
a hive mind, right? I've seen lots of movies about it, right? Everyone's just having
Yeah.
similar sorts, and I do find that kind of I mean, I know
The thing is,
Yeah.
another thing, why go through the hassle of putting microchips to track you When years ago you could have just done what China did and put cameras everywhere.
Exactly.
Or like the Slavic countries did, just put babushkas everywhere.
Oh yeah, wasn't it this like woman that was just in the photos, right? The entire.
Yeah. Oh, wait, guys. Also, so on the topic of vaccinations, and what do you think about just people say that some diseases are constructed to achieve something, right? Like COVID-19, we heard artificial China experiment gone wrong.
Yeah.
That I can imagine to be a full possibility. Because biological weapons are something that exists.
Aljaz?
Biological weapons, and I understand the use of a biological weapon.
Yeah, right.
Warfare, like the same way that people build nukes, countries are still building nukes nowadays. Making a biological weapon is completely understandable.
Right.
The fact that there might have been an accident and an earlier version of said biological weapon was released before, I don't know, it was made deadly enough. Because if you think about it, COVID is surprisingly infectious, but it's not really deadly.
Yes.
Like less than a
meaning that if it were like artificially created, there isn't really much use because it just spreads everywhere. But there's the full possibility. I mean, but it's equally as possible for it just to have been like, I don't know, a virus contracted from eating like a bat or a snake or something.
Yeah, but what do you think about? Okay, what do you think about sort of maybe something that's with me is because we know that the Chinese government is quite secretive, at least from our Western standpoint, and so do you believe it? Do you believe that they could have maybe actually made a mistake? And yeah, Aljaz.
Yeah, because the thing is, right,
you were talking about it, yeah?
They're refusing to cooperate, right? Like the US, I think the Biden administration was like asking China, hey, could we investigate, the Wuhan disease control place? And like China was like, no, like what are you trying to hide? You just make yourself look really suspicious. I just found that really unnecessary. It sowed more doubt into just the Chinese government. I mean, I guess in general, right? And also, did you guys hear how? Well, actually, this is going to be on topic, but they're cracking down on their own firms. They've lost. I mean, I think they've destroyed around $4 trillion dollars of value in China just because they're cracking down on the.
When have they destroyed this value? In the last year.
Yeah, in the last year they've just been, and also
when you have the GDP surplus. No, I'm just kidding.
And then also Anyway, I guess I'm going off topic. So what were you guys talking about?
We were talking about.
I think the problem is the government itself. I don't think it's actually China.
Right.
The fact that the government it's I forgot what type of government it is.
Yeah.
Oh wait, should we try to lower our social credit? So how many kids do you guys have? Just come on, how many
200.
kids? 200 kids minus $1 trillion social credit. Okay, and well, where are you gonna travel to this holiday?
Most probably South Korea.
Oh, good. Wait, no, you're supposed to say Taiwan.
Taiwan.
I'm going to the beautiful country of Taiwan.
I was thinking North Korea. You know how they're friendly with North Korea.
Yeah, and then okay. And what's your favorite TV show? Come on, you guys.
I know exactly what High School DxD.
No, Winnie the Pooh.
Hey, and what happened to Tiananmen Square in when was it again? 1989.
What happened then? Yeah, I'm gonna talk about my about what happened in Tiananmen Square in 1989. No, I think we just lost around a couple quadrillion, octotrillion.
Okay, guys,
yeah.
I want to ask if you think that if this sort of health crisis happened in a different nation, let's say the COVID-19 virus started in the US somehow, right? Do you think that the US government would be, or in any Western country, do you think that the government would be transparent with where it came from? Like if it was a failed experiment or if it was actually...
I mean, probably.
It'd be
I'm pretty sure they would react pretty similar to the way China did, because they would lose a lot of money.
And it's a huge embarrassment.
Yeah.
Well, once the world figured it out, like with China, obviously.
But once what?
I'm pretty sure it'd be pretty way more transparent and also like if it was a failed experiment. I'm not saying that COVID is, but if it was, I'm pretty sure like they would already like that will help to get or like to make the vaccine.
You said
instead of like just not doing anything.
Expandment. What the hell is an expandment?
Expansion.
Oh, of the virus.
Or spreading, right? Or is it? Or it's Okay.
So what I sort of understood from this is that you think that China wouldn't be. I mean, Western countries wouldn't react too differently from China. With like.
But China reacted very realistic. I mean, like very predictably, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because they kind of wanted to keep it a secret to get more profit, right? Because if everything goes to lockdown, if there's no trade from with China anymore, until the problem is sorted, they lose a lot of money. I mean, they lost even more now.
Something else that kind of like disproves the whole like artificial virus theory.
Yes.
Is the fact that the way the Chinese government reacted, because if it were a biological weapon and there were signs of like have been exposed to the public, the Chinese probably would have silently like locked down like certain parts of the country, or like at least Wuhan, and they'd probably cover it up with whatever reason, but
China is
at least they
still
would have done something.
Not too rapidly.
Because they would have known that the virus existed.
Guys, but China it has a very growing GDP, and in these sorts of countries, safety isn't always the most important aspect. So I think it's very realistic.
But they still want to hide it for like money.
No, hide what?
Because they want the world to find out.
Like public image reasons.
Alright.
And the same like, bro, China's been like unproductive. What's better? Like expose the entire world to a virus and like just reduce the Chinese GDP, like the whole of China's GDP, or lock a small area of China down to, I don't know, slightly reduce China's GDP.
Yeah, the whole conspiracy, COVID-19 conspiracy from China, I get it does seem kind of like it could happen, but if you look at it like really logically, like they lost a lot of money because of it, right? I think the most likely I don't think it was orchestrated. I think most likely the thing is if they did create it, they I think it's possible that they created it.
It got released by accident.
But it got released by accident, like Jan said, you know?
But still, wouldn't the Chinese government know of the virus before the pandemic, or even like a small epidemic would have started?
Well, I mean, if they were still developing it, they would really have tested. Like, I don't think they did any tests.
The tests don't matter. The tests don't matter. If you know the virus exists, oh look, this lab has a virus, it's being developed. Oh look, some people are mysteriously getting sick with a completely new illness around Wuhan. Should we stop, I don't know, 2 plane flights outside of Wuhan? Should we check people a bit before, they go on planes and spread everything everywhere? I mean, sure, it makes sense, but you just give it a bit of a second thought, and then you realize, sure, but maybe it is more likely the second option.
This is a very meta topic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think we've been talking for over half an hour, so I think we should probably end it now here, right? Or,
That's good.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
So I think if you're still here, then that means you're a true veteran.
That means you're an absolute sigma.
Yeah, you're an absolute sigma, and you're an absolute boss.
Hey guys, comment down below, big chungus if you watch this, if you listen this far.
Comments.
Yeah, big chungus.
and if you listen,
I expect 0 comments and 0 views.
If you listen 2 seconds longer, Giga Gungus. Okay.
Yeah, Giga Gungus. Okay, and you're gonna achieve great things in life. Okay, if you're listening right now, then you're on the right path. Okay, so
we know
Yeah.
You should keep listening for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if you have any questions and comments, feel free to contact me at wella.t.we@gmail.com. And well, thank you for listening. Thank you for listening to our podcast.
Much,
and well, thank you also for being
here
listening. And everyone that joined. And well, I hope that you guys can join next week. And yep. And this time, for the next podcast, we might actually.
William, when are we gonna get sponsorships? I was promised payment.
Sponsorships. I'll pay you later. Okay. The money will come in. Okay. You'll get the money. Okay. Do you know Qatar situation, right? Where they pay the workers very regularly, right? Okay. So yeah. Okay. Bye. See ya.